hands. You're listening to the Ruck Infringement Podcast. Joey and the crew, they're gonna get you through. Listen to someone else, 10 in the bin for you. Breaking down the week that was adrenaline spiking. Footy talking banter, no one's hiding. From betting advice, not always right. Crank it up, you're in for a footy-filled night. Let's go.
Legends, welcome back to another episode of the Ruck Infringement Podcast, episode 134, Silver Lining. Of course, I'm your host, Joey, the Prophet. Joining me today, all the way from his back door, it's none other than the Dongle. How are you, buddy?
Hey, mate. Feel like hammered shit, but I'm here because I have to be. Thank you. Thank you very much. No, I had a big weekend, man. I was away for a golf weekend, so... Yep, 3 days of acting like a 21-year-old will do that to you when you're on the darker side towards 40. But
You're only 22, aren't you, mate?
Yes, I am. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, wife's a cradle snatcher. So.
Yeah, wow,
Big
beautiful.
time. Yeah,
Well, look, the
it's
question
all
on
good.
everyone's lips, mate, did you win golf?
Well, we played an Ambrose game.
Oh,
so
very
yeah,
nice.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I won big time. Yeah. It was all me.
All those tins were sunk.
Yeah, that's it.
Denzel's, love it. And joining us, of course, again for the third week in a row, and we love having him back. The Saint, how are you, buddy?
I'm good. How are you, Joe?
Mate, fantastic. Wouldn't have been too happy with that performance last night, but we will get to that soon. If you're joining in for the first time, this is the Ruck Infringement Podcast. Of course, you can find us on all social media, TikTok, X, Facebook and Instagram, YouTube, Apple Podcasts and Spotify as well. But without further ado, let's get into some dynamos and dungs.
Big hits, brain fades, magic and muck. Some play hard and some just sucked. From top shelf moves to absolute flunks, it's time to break down. Dynamos and dungs. Dynamos and dungs. Dynamos and dungs. Dynamos and dungs.
All right, it's time for Dynamos and Dungs, our best and worst team or player of the week. Saint, let's start off with you. Who's your Dynamo and Dung for round 4?
I'm going to go first with a quick shout out to Will Warbrick and his performance.
Very good.
Probably one of the only shining lights in the storm. But my Dynamo actually goes to the Tigers this week.
Wow.
Taking off the Wars at home was just a great game to watch.
Yeah.
And my dung this week, it's got to go to the Dragons. Up 12-6 at half time, getting the penalty goal not long after the second half started, and then just capitulated from there.
Just couldn't finish it off, could they? Titans just somehow found a third, fourth, fifth leg and just ran away with it. Dongle, Dynamo and Dung.
Yeah, so with my Dynamo, a couple of honourable mentions before I say my Dynamo. But yeah, the Tigers and the Knights, I think, were both brilliant this week.
That's big from you.
Calling the Knights, yep. So I'm back on them this week. Just wait till they lose again. I was actually with Blakey watching that Knights game. He's
Nice.
always fun to watch a Knights game with Blake. The Dynamo, though, for me, is the Cowboys. Everyone put a line through them. Didn't think they were getting this done. We spoke about Melbourne having a loss and they don't lose 2 in a row very often. And the Cowboys just held on and got it done in a pretty exciting game. So going to get the Cowboys. Dungs, look, Dragons are the low-hanging fruit, so I'm not going to go there. I think a lot of people expected Manly to lose. Like, they haven't got many expectations on them this week. Or this year, sorry. But, yeah, my most surprising goes against the Sharkies, yeah? So that would be the Raiders, mate.
Yeah.
I thought they would be well and truly all over us. Yeah, not so much. A lot of defensive lapses, a lot of brain fades. They're just planted right down the bottom of the ladder now, aren't they? 1 and 3. So, yeah, it's not looking great for the Raiders this year. I thought they were below average. Didn't realise I worked with so many Canberra fans actually today. It was fun to walk through the office and
Love that.
yeah, oh, you really? So yeah, that was good.
I wouldn't be announcing that.
No, that's what I thought. Yeah, someone gave me the inside scoop actually on a few people. So
I
very
love it.
good. And yeah, so the Raiders for me, man, they were just below. They're not even hitting the mark this year, are they? So I think they've deserved that shout for Dung this week.
I completely agree. I mean, they were minor premiers last year, so we expect more of them. finishing minor premiers. It doesn't matter who you've lost, whether it's Jamal Fogarty, but I think they should be hitting the heights. They're not doing that yet. I mean, yes, we're a month in, but by this stage, teams are starting to establish themselves. You hope about a month in, combinations should start to be building. Even Sanders has looked really good for the Raiders, but Ethan Strange has done hardly anything.
Yeah, that's the thing though. Everyone's like, oh, there's no Fogarty now. Like, they've got no direction. But Sanders is doing a pretty damn good job. Like, as far as being a half goes, like,
yeah,
thought he was, like, I don't know, on par or just above Nico, I thought, like, as far as playing goes. And yeah, a few years ago we were saying Nico was a Dally M half of the year, but obviously his forms have been a bit down since. But yeah, he sort of shone out a bit. But like you said, Ethan Strange was some good runs and like some hard runs, and he hit a few holes. But apart from that, he was pretty quiet. Like, he sort of takes a back seat. So yeah, I don't know like what the solution is there, but yeah, Ricky's got to get him firing soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Boys, Dynamo for me, Aramana Howe from the Titans, 2 tries. An amazing effort for a young guy. He's only 22, I believe.
How old?
How I love it. How good. Playing in the second row there, just killed the Dragons. And no one expected it. Like, I had him in Supercoach, but I expected him to churn out maybe a 60, based on his base stats. Scored a try and I went, okay, that's good for him. Scored a second try and absolutely burnt Gufferson, which you don't see too often. So,
there's been a few this year, actually.
His
ankle snapped,
yeah, I think he might. We'll talk a bit about what I've got planned later. I think he needs to move position. But Aramana Howe, he's my Dynamo this week. Nice. Thought he was electric. Also, big shout out, Alex Twal. Alex Twal for the Tigers. He was fantastic in that game. 170-odd metres, just led from the front. I thought Twali was really, really good. Dung, Warriors. At home, they won 3 in a row. This was their fourth. They've won 3 in a row heading into this game. 2 at home, 1 away against the Knights last week. I expected more. I expected in front of a big crowd in New Zealand. No Jerome Luai for the Tigers. I expected the Wires to get this done.
Yeah.
I think us and majority of the tippers out there would have got this wrong, except for Tigers fans. Although what Dale told us last week is he doesn't usually tip the Tigers anyway. So who knows? He might have got it wrong too. But shout out to Dale. Going straight to the pool room. But look, Warriors for me. I think I expected more in this game. Obviously, Mitch Barnett was back at full strength as well. They just didn't look good. I mean, Barnett didn't run 100 metres. Aaron Clark didn't run 100 metres. They were their 2 top. I think Aaron Clark was 93 metres, I believe. Mitch Barnett was in the 80s. So, when your 2 big bobbers aren't running 100 metres, you're not going to win many games. So, credit to the Tigers. Wires were my dung this week.
So, you finally called Fraser Electrical.
Yep, they sorted it quicker than the bunker backflips on a decision.
Fraser Electrical. Reliable sparkies, keeping your home powered, even when your team isn't.
All right, I'm going to hand it over to Dongle now for Dongle's Distinction.
It's Dongle's Distinction. Yeah. It's Dongle's Distinction. Oh. It's a huge dong. Distinction.
Okay, without any further ado, let's get into it. A couple of distinctions this week, yeah. So, like I said, big weekend for me. I did watch a few games, but obviously not all of them. But yeah, we'll get through the ones that I did see. Yeah,
very nice.
My 1 point this week is going to go to the man whose house it is. He reminded us a couple of times on Friday night. This is Katoni Staggs' house. All right, do not. In case you were ever in doubt, he owns his house. It's his effing house. Alrighty. So Katoni Staggs for me got the 1 point. I thought he was brilliant for Brisbane. My 2 points, one of the big boppers from Newcastle, Jacob Saifidi. He was excellent in the first half against the Bulldogs. The Dogs have a great forward pack, but yeah, he was afraid of none of them. And he also snapped Lockie Galvin in half, so always good fun to watch. And my 3 points this week is going to go to Adam Doohy. That's the man. Yeah, I thought he was brilliant. Yeah, against the Warriors, he really carried the Tigers on his back. A lot of pressure there on him. But yeah, he just got it done nice and easy. And every time he got the ball, he made it look really, really easy. So good on you, Adam Dewey. 3 points for you, my friend. Still no double ups.
I think the interesting part about Dewey as well is that that injury last week, I didn't think he'd play. A lot of people didn't have him playing because it looked bad. He was hobbling, he was limping. And he comes on, he just puts on a masterclass. So, yeah, credit to him. That's a great shout, mate.
He made it look easy, yeah. So, no, really good on him, yeah. And like you said before, against the Warriors as well, where no one gave him a chance, he just sliced them up, yeah. So, good on him.
Yeah, it was very, very good. Mate, one of your best, as always. Mate, I tried Hoodlum's barbecue rubs on my ribs the other night. Flavour hit me like a front rower with bad intentions.
Legal in the kitchen, illegal in the field.
Smoky, spicy, and turns even my dodgy cooking into first-grade quality.
Hoodlum's barbecue, the rub's so good you'll think you've made the finals.
Hoodlums barbecue rubs, level up your barbecue game.
Fuck, that's a good ad. All right, we're going to jump into some talking points now.
Talking points, talk. Rumors, transfers, players wanna walk. Injuries, drama, who's in form? Head highs, arrests, headlines swarm. We're loud. NRL views, Ruck Infringement Podcast, your fix for breaking news. It's talking points. Over to you. Oh yeah.
All right, it's time for talking points. We haven't done this all year yet, but there's a lot to talk about this week.
Yeah.
So I thought, what better than to bring talking points back and with a bang. Our first breaking news was Anthony Seibold sacked as Manly coach on Saturday, 2 days after being demolished by the Sydney Roosters. Not that was a factor, but I think he was already on the chopping block, but it didn't help. He's lost 3 games at home this year. And they're 0-3 to start the year, of course, 1 bye, which gives them their 2 points. Boys, thoughts first on the sacking? You think it was the right call so early in the season, Dongle?
Yeah. I mean, if they're going to make a change, they have to make it soon. They've really been just unimpressive against everyone. So, yeah, whether the coach was the right move. Yeah, like it is obviously, like if it's not the coach, it's the half is usually the talking point. So, I mean, like Jamal Fogarty's a proven half, so we're not really going to blame him, are we? But
yeah,
and the whole team needs to lift though as well. Yeah, like they've been just poor. Like no one's really stood out for them. They've had a couple of decent patches in games. They've played good for like 10 or 15 minutes, and then they just go back to just being run all over. So I don't know if sacking the coach is the right move, but if they've made this call very early on, they want to make sure it sticks.
Do you know what I noticed in that Roosters game? And they showed their hand early on. Usually when a coach has a game plan, you don't show your hand in the first set. Them going out wide and scoring that try was probably the worst thing they could have done because they showed their hand. They showed how they wanted to play that game and what they wanted to do. All their tries came from long range. There was no tries within the Roosters' 10 where they had to grind and get over the line. There was none of that. It was all long range. The first try they scored, the Roosters licked their lips after that.
Yeah.
Mark Nwangani-Dwase scored 5 minutes later. Manly got another try before halftime, and then the Roosters ran away with it in the second half. So, yeah, it was very interesting. I saw that when they scored earlier, I wasn't actually too upset about it. I went, okay, they've shown what they want to do this game, which is not good in the first minute of the match. It was sort of like the game plan was executed in a minute and not in 80 minutes.
Yeah.
And obviously we know footy should be a grind and should be tough. And what I found was that Luke Brooks, I mean, I love Brooksy and he's been around for a while and he stuck to the game plan, credit to him, but he didn't mix it up. He stuck to the game plan that wasn't working. So even in the second half, he just kicked down the throats of the Roosters.
Yeah.
It's obviously not working, mate. You should be going for 40-20s, trying something different.
I think that's something in his game as well. Like he's always been like a solid like half like that, where he just sticks to the plan.
Yeah,
I don't think he read the game all that well. Sometimes whether he's just been doing as he's told, which is what you want probably from your half. But yeah, like you got to adapt there, and he just didn't, did
You
he?
do. You got to change your game plan on the run. You look at someone like a Sammy Walker last year, right? Ad-lib footy, sort of sees what's ahead of him and then changes if he needs to. But Brooksy just didn't do that, and it's no blight on him. I think the Manly as a whole have struggled this year and probably since the Seabold appointment. And I don't really understand the credit on Seabold. He had a fantastic run with Souths in 2018. There was like an 8-game run where they went really well, and everyone went, oh, he's a great coach. He joined Brisbane, did nothing. And then he joined Manly and did nothing. And it's sort of, I personally, and I don't know what you guys think, I don't know if Anthony Seabold coaches again. I really don't. What do you reckon?
I think it's tough to make that call at the moment. Whether he does get another coaching gig,
Maybe overseas, Super League.
possibly. If he does, if he does go over there, I think it would be a better move for him than to stay in the NRL and coach another team in there.
You know what we could see? A potential swap of him and Brad Arthur. Brad Arthur's at Leeds at the moment. Could we see that swap where we know Brad Arthur wants to be back coaching in the NRL? He was a good coach for Parramatta, don't get me wrong. He was there for 11 years. So could we see that change where Seabold maybe goes to Leeds, Brad Arthur gets the job at Manly?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't even know if Brad Arthur would be the right call for Manly. Like he's a very regimented style of coach. Like he sort of drilled that into Parramatta for the last 10 or so years, and they had some success with it. But I don't think Manly are looking for like long term. Like they need a quick turnaround to get a bit of faith back. Yeah, because they are just struggling at the moment. They are nowhere at the moment, and they're too heavily reliant on blokes like Turbo, who scored a pretty damn good try in that opening minute. Yeah, don't get me wrong, he's still got the legs, but. Yeah, I only really saw the start of the game.
Yeah. He scored 2 in the game, but
So, but they're so heavily reliant on him. They've got a few young good players coming through. They're always injury-ridden too, like their team. But, I don't know if a long-term regimented coach is what they need, or unless they're prepared to say, all right, cool, look, we're in for 2 or 3 years of shit here, but it's going to be well worth it at the end.
You know what's really hard? This year, the end of last year, we saw the emergence of Joey Walsh. He's the future halfback of that club. He's been playing a bit of 14, hasn't played at all this year. Now, a lot of people are saying, don't bring him in when you got a brand new coach because it could stun his development. I'm completely the opposite. A lot of people are saying, oh, don't bring him in because look at the forward pack. But the forward pack of Manly is not going to change much next year.
No.
It's not going to change next year. It's not going to change the year after. And Jake Trbojevic retires. Let's be truthful here. What player is going to be like, oh, yeah, I want to go sign for Manly? Like, not many. Not many. With the current state that they're in.
Unless they can offer him, like, Jake Trbojevic money, They're going to have to get someone of that quality. But
that's right.
I don't think there's any... he played front row, didn't he, on...
front row and a bit of lock, but he went off.
He went back to lock. Yeah, okay, yeah. I don't know if there's any like props or even locks on the market at this stage. Like, that would be... sort of worth that amount of cash.
But even without Gerbo, you look at their forward pack, you go, Olakau'atu, a gun, right?
Yep.
Apart from that,
there's no like big scary guys there.
No,
like
Taukei'aho's past it. Paseka's big, but he doesn't score tries like Payne Haas for fun. Yeah. You got Kobe Hetherington's there now, and he's a good signing. But again, he's a good player without being a great. So
they don't have like a Keon Kalamatangi. Right. They don't have a Haas. Right. They don't have a Fanua Blake. They don't have a forward like that.
And that's why I think they need to just bite the bullet, bring in Joey Walsh, and say, okay, this is the future. I could actually see Brooks playing a bit of hooker this year.
Yep.
Moving Joey Walsh straight into that 6th role, and just like giving it a go. And talking about that, the new coach, of course, Josh, being named yesterday, Kieran Foran. Assistant coach literally retired, 6 months ago, thrust into a head coaching role. First off, mate, is it the right move, and how do you think he'll go?
I think it's the right interim move.
Yeah.
Especially, yes, it is fresh for him being in that coaching or even assistant coaching role.
Yeah.
But with his time in the league, it's going to help out so much. And I reckon the Manly players are just going to get on board with him pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And I think Manly might even turn it around in a couple of weeks.
The interim coaches usually have pretty good success in the first couple of weeks. The team seems to always be rejuvenated, wants to play for that coach. You could see that Seabold had lost the dressing room.
Yep.
Even after that game, he was sort of walking around. None of the players were with him. They were talking to the Rooster boys.
Yep.
None of them with Seabold. So I think it's a good option, and Manly have always been that club that rely on former Manly players make their best coaches. Desi Hasler, Jeff Tuvey, Bob Fulton, even before that.
Yep.
Like they're the coaches for Manly that have won comps.
And you
So-
you were just speaking too about Joey Walsh, like a young half. Like, why wouldn't you get him learning and developing off
right.
Kieran Foran, who could still arguably be playing if he wasn't, like a bit susceptible to knee injuries and stuff.
Yeah.
But, he could still definitely be playing. Like, he'd slot back into the Titans team. He'd slot back into the Manly team at this stage, wouldn't he? So,
Absolutely.
yeah, I think it's a good idea playing that Joey Walsh kid and learning under Kieran Foran. Like, what better way to do it?
100%.
If only DCE was still there.
Yeah, Foran's best mate. Couple of other rumoured coaches to be taking the job. Mick Ennis had a Manly tie on the other day, which was very interesting. He's at the Dragons at the moment, assistant coach of the Dragons, wearing a Manly tie during commentary, which is very, very interesting.
You tell me he didn't know.
That's right, doesn't know the kid. Never met him. Gus Gould. Matt Ballin, the assistant coach at the Broncos, has been picked to take over the spot as well. I think Matty Ballin would make a really good coach. He's been in the Broncos system for a while now. Former Manly player, of course, and Tigers for a season. That went well. And the other one, of course, that I spoke about before, Brad Arthur.
Yeah.
The big one, Willie Peters as well.
Yeah.
Now, Willie Peters announced today PNG job in 2028. Now, I wonder if Manly sort of like asked about Willie Peters to see if he was available because Josh wouldn't remember, but Willie Peters, fantastic player for Newcastle Knights back in the 90s. Really good. And from all reports in the Super League, a fantastic footy mind.
Yeah.
And I think he'll be really good. Let's talk a little bit about that. Of course, he's taking over the PNG Chiefs team 2028. It'll be good. What do we think about, first off, about the PNG side? Do we think it's a good idea? I know it's a bit dicey security-wise over there.
Yep.
The players may be a bit nervous to go over. First off, what do we think about that? And then second of all, let's talk about, do we think Peters will be a good coach?
Yeah, like just on the security thing, like they're going to be behind like gated communities and stuff, and they're going to have like security and stuff. They're like, I'm not too sure that's going to be a massive issue. Me personally, I'd be hesitant like taking my kids over there to go to school and stuff. Like, you'd probably want them to stay in Australia and like, I guess sort of have that quote unquote a normal life. Yeah, but I mean, it'd be an experience going to PNG and seeing it all there. But I guess that side of it might be a bit of a hesitation for a lot of people to go and sign there, I suppose. But I don't think they should be too concerned about, is it going to be safe over there and are they going to be okay over there? Like, I think it's going to be quite gated. I think the community is going to be right behind them. If the team's winning, like they're going to be bloody mayors of whatever bloody town they're going to be in. aren't they? The mayor of Port Moresby is going to be Willie Peters by the end of the year. kind of thing.
100%.
So I think they'll be fine, man.
I heard today Ivan was offered the job as well.
Yes,
and he turned it down. So that would have been interesting. If Ivan Cleary had went, you think maybe Nathan goes too, playing halfback for the PNG Chiefs.
Yeah, that'd be something
Jet
else,
Cleary
wouldn't
at
it?
6.
Yeah, imagine.
Would have been interesting. What if, hey? The question I got for you, Josh, our next talking point, Ozakio joins the Storm. Now, leaving the Dolphins. Good little signing from them. Ozakio's been a good player for a long time, and they need a good goal kicker, as Harry Grant showed on the weekend. There is something he can't do, and that's goal kick. Mate, what do you think of the signing?
I think it is going to bolster the Storm's squad. It's just a matter of if he does pierce into that team.
Yeah.
Even next year, with Harry Grant still there, I do think it's going to be hard for him to pierce into that exact same spot.
Yeah.
It's just do they play him in a different area? Or?
Yeah, what I think Ozakio has going for him is a couple of players are leaving. So Nick Meaney's going to Perth. Warbrick apparently is going to Warriors as well, which is massive for the Warriors as well.
I think that was announced today, I think.
That was announced, today. And obviously he's a Kiwi as well. So great news for him. So I think with a couple of players leaving, they might adjust the team around, get Ozakio in there. And if he's goal kicking, I mean, his goal kicking is elite. He's still a really, really good goal kicker. So I think Harry Grant's still always number one at Melbourne and will be for a long time. I think Munster's starting to have his day where he's getting a bit older now in the legs. But Harry Grant's still number one. But I think Ozakio can force his way into that squad. couple of players leaving. Obviously, it'd be a bit different. The only other talking point we had, and Dongle sent it to me today, and it was pretty wild. It's about our a good mate Storm player, of course, Tui Kamika always makes me want to sing Kama Chameleon. Here's the statement from the club. Melbourne Storm can confirm that forward Tui Kamika is currently in hospital following a medical episode on Monday morning. He has undergone treatment for a suspected stroke and is recovering in hospital. Tui is receiving the best possible care and is being supported by hospital specialists alongside the club's medical staff. The club asks that Tui's privacy is respected at this time. Further updates will be provided when appropriate. That's fucking wild.
Wild, hey.
Had a stroke. When do you hear of a footy player having a stroke? I mean, often, and this is just like, often we associate strokes with people who may be, possibly unfit or a bit like overweight, that sort of stuff. Tui's in the best shape of his life. Mate, were you shocked by the news?
Yeah, absolutely. I was reading it and I'm like, oh, that's weird. Like, because you read it, like a medical episode, blah, blah, and you think, a stroke? You're like, what? Fuck, like that's
He played Saturday night too, and he played fine.
All right.
He played really well.
Yeah, he didn't. Didn't set the world alight, but he's pretty solid, I thought. But I don't know, like until like we get more information on what happened, like all we can do is speculate. But like still insane to think about. Like poor guy. But
I think the big thing is like obviously our prayers and thoughts are with Kamika's family at this time. We obviously don't know more than that statement, so. This is just a statement. We can't really comment any further on it until we have all the details. But, yeah, big shout-out to Melbourne Storm and the Tui Kamika as well. All right, boys, that's it for Talking Points for another week.
Get a cup of Wick into ya. Artisan coffee amplifier.
I rocked up to work the other day, feeling like a forward pack had run over me.
Standard Monday for you.
Then I grabbed a weak coffee, mate. It lit me up faster than a halfback spotting a lazy marker.
You went from drop ball energy to golden point hero in one sip.
Strong, smooth, and keeps you in the game.
Wick Coffee, fuel for footy brains and battlers alike.
Good blokes doing better things.
Footy's great, mateship's great, but sometimes blokes need more than a group chat.
That's where Blokes Walk and Talk come in. Getting men together for a walk, a yarn, and a bit of fresh air.
No pressure, no agenda, just showing up and looking out for each other.
Join a walk, bring a mate, or just take that first step. Blokes Walk and Talk, stronger together.
Good blokes doing better things.
Let's jump into the Profits preview.
Who's hot? Who's not? He's got the view. It's time for the breakdown. Profits review. Profits review.
All right, Profits preview for this week. If you're tuning in for the first time, not churning in. If you're tuning in for the first time, we go through our tips of the week, who we think is going to win, maybe a couple of try scorers as well. All right, let's get straight into it with some Thursday night footy. Round 5, can you believe it? Thursday night footy, KO Stadium, Dolphins v Manly. Interesting one. Obviously, Kieran Foran takes over. The Dolphins, they need to start winning. They're looking a bit lackluster the past couple of weeks. Did beat the Sharks a fortnight ago. Really good. Saint, who have you got in this one?
I've got the Finns in this game. I think Foran's going to take at least 1 or 2 weeks for his mentality to kick in with the boys. But yeah, I've got the Finns by 10.
Yeah, very nice. In terms of try scorers, have any on?
Easy one. Turbo goes in.
Ooh, I like that.
Easy.
There's a lot of points. A lot of points in this game. I can see like Herbie, Hammer, all love to find the line. Turbo as well. So, Dongle, who you got?
Yeah, I'm very much the same. I just can't pick Manly until they start putting a few wins together. And for that reason alone, I'm going to go the Dolphins. Nothing to do with Zuriel. So let's go the Dolphins. Dolphins are winning in a high scoring game though. Yeah, like at least 50 points are going to be scored here. I think 50, 60 points. So
I could see it scoring like 50 to 30.
Yeah, something crazy like that. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a try fest, which probably makes it a bit of an average game. But no, let's go the Dolphins here to win by we'll go 13 plus. A couple of try scorers. We'll go Jermaine Asako. We just spoke about him. I think he's going to do well. And we'll go Jake Averillo as well. He's got a few tries lately, playing really well, so they'll get him to get over too.
Love it. Boys, I'm going to back Manly. I'm going to back Manly based off the interim coach. Pretty good stats usually for an interim coach. Usually win their first game. I think he'll have the dressing room. I think the boys want to play for Foreign. He's a club legend. I think he'll get him up for this game. I'm going to back Manly in this one. In a tight one, let's say Manly by 4. I think there will be lots of points in it. I'm going to say, if we're going like a scoreline, I'm going to say 46-42.
Yeah, right.
In this game. I think it's going to be big. In terms of try scores, I'm going Turbo for a double in this. I'm going to Cooler to score. And I'm going to back Herbie and the Hammer in this one, all to get over the line. Let's jump into some Friday night footy. 4:05, Good Friday. Always a great clash here. The Bunnies against the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs. This is always fiery. Always fiery. Remember a couple of years ago, the Josh Reynolds, the James Graham and Adam Reynolds situation. Of course, they've always had some clashes, haven't they? Cody Walker and Lachlan Lewis got into a bit of a scuffle as well. They don't like each other. It's a big game. Dongle, who you got?
So I'm going to the Bunnies, yeah. Bulldogs were pretty damn disappointing on the weekend.
They were.
I thought they'd do a lot better than what they did. It was one of Critter's quieter games he's played in a long time. I don't know. I think South's coming off the bye as well. They had last week, didn't they?
They did, yes.
Yep. So, I'm going to get the South Sydney to win here. In a tight one, though, I think it's going to be like a 2 or a 4 point game. A couple of try scorers, though. Let's go Jacob Preston. He's always good for a try. Going to go Trell Mitt as well. And to break the try scoring record, I'm going to go Alex Johnson.
To break Alex Johnson's record. I love it. Saint, who you got?
Yeah, I think I'm going to go Doggies this week. I think coming off the loss last week against the Knights, it's going to push them a bit harder.
Yep.
I'm going to go Doggies I'm going to say by 8. And I'm going to go Kiraz and King to go over.
Oh, big. I love it. It's a bit topsy-turvy world today. I'm going to back the Bunnies in this game. Never thought you'd hear me say those.
Fan?
I am, but
He's sick.
I think off the bye, I think they will come out strong. I think they've had another week to freshen up. And I'm scared of that fucking left edge of the Bunnies. So I think the Bunnies get this done. Bunnies by 2. Of course, this is the Roy Asatasi Cup too. But in terms of try scorers, I'm going to back Keon in to get over the line. I'm going to back Campbell Graham. And for the Doggies, let's go Jacob Kiraz to score. All right, let's jump into our second Friday night game. Grand final rematch from a couple of years ago. But two of probably the informed teams at the moment, maybe not Melbourne based on Saturday night, but it's the Penrith Panthers against the Melbourne Storm. Combank Stadium, 8 p.m. What a game this is going to be. Saint, who have you got in this one?
I've gone the upset in this one, Joe. Well, I guess you can call it an upset.
Yeah.
I got the Storm beating Panthers.
I like it.
2 losses in a row. Something's got to change.
Yep.
Just mentally for the Storm. You know what? I'm going to say it's a 2-point win.
Yep.
And I'm going to go Warbrick and the man we mentioned before, Munster.
Very nice. Ooh. Oh, Dongle. Are they going 5 in a row?
I think Melbourne are going to go 3 in a row.
Really?
Yep. If we had a stat man
that.
like on this show, he'd be able to tell us when's the last time.
If only.
Yeah, he'd be able to tell us when's the last time Melbourne have lost 3 in a row.
Probably wouldn't.
Yeah, no, he wouldn't. Yeah. He'd have some random shit.
Sorry, doesn't listen anyway.
The last time they had the chairs blue was in 1912. Nah. I know the Panthers, though. I can't tip against them until they lose. Like, there's no way I'm tipping against Penrith at all. If they're going to have a team stick it to them, it's going to be Melbourne, but based off Melbourne's form as well, I'm less than convinced, yeah. So I'm going to get Penrith to win. Penrith to win 13+. I think they're going to get it done.
Wow.
Quite easily, yeah. The form they're in is just sensational, yeah. So Penrith to win. A couple of try scorers. Let's go with Isaiah Yeo. We'll go also with the man who just can't stop scoring tries for fun, the Milk. And we'll go Paul Alamotti as well.
If you want that stat, boys, Storm haven't lost 3 games in a row since 2022.
Wow.
Where they lost to Manly, Cronulla, and Canberra Raiders.
Wow,
Probably the
Cronulla
best.
in there.
Probably
Jeez,
the
that must
best.
have been a bad year. Yeah, look, if they win 5 in a row, if they put 13 plus on Melbourne, holy fuck, no one's beaten Penrith this year. If that happens, I'm going to back the Storm. I haven't backed Penrith all year. I'm not going to start now. I'll back Melbourne in this one, mainly because I want Flaxy to have 5 more wins now before he cuts his hair. Because if they win this one, he can get a haircut. So we don't want, shout out to Flaxy, we don't want Flaxy to get a haircut this weekend. So I'm going Melbourne Storm. I'm on by 1 point. Jerome Hughes field goal in this game. In terms of try scorers, I'll back Nathan Cleary to score a try. I'll back in big Stefano Utoikamanu to get over the line. And let's go Harry Grant as well. All right, jumping into some Saturday footy. Only 2 games this week as there is an Easter Monday game. We got the Dargans against the North Queensland Cowboys. Possibly another Spoon Bowl. We had a Spoon Bowl Sunday 6:15 last week. Potentially another one here. We'll start off with Dongle. Dongle, who you got in this game?
Look, sorry, Josh. I'm going to go the Cowboys here, man. I don't know. Dragons, another team that's been less than convincing recently. So, yeah, I don't know, unless they turn something around drastically, like it is looking, I don't know. It looked good in Vegas, but yeah, maybe, I don't know, until they turn something around. I don't know. Maybe Cowboys aren't the team to do it, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, I'm just going to go the Cowboys just on their form from last week alone. I reckon they're going to be riding high after beating Melbourne. So we'll go Cowboys to win. Dragons seem to get close though. Cowboys to win by 2. A couple of try scorers. We'll go Braden Burns again, and my man Helium Lukey.
Love it. Saint, take us through it.
Alrighty. I can't back against the boys.
That's
as
right.
much as I
Correct.
want to this week.
Correct.
Here comes the big spiel. I just can't back against him.
The Dragons are going to get up. They're going to get up by 20 points.
Damn.
I'm going to say Burns goes over for Cowboys.
Yep.
I'm going to say Purdue gets over for the Cowboys. And I'll give you 1 for the Dragons.
None.
Gutho for 2.
Guffo for 2. Wow, if his legs will let him get there,
Yes.
hopefully. Mate, I like it. I like it. It's very adventurous. It's bold. And that's what we do on this show. Perfect. Boys, this is a toss of a coin game. I think I've got something on at 5:30 on a Saturday. Bit of sleeping time.
Nah.
Snooze fest again, mate.
We'll see what movies are on Channel 9. Free to wear.
Yeah, that's it. Look, I'm tempted to tip the Dragons. I really am. I've tipped them a couple of times this year. They've let me down every time. But I might tip them again just because I'm coming last anyway. I got to make big plays to get ahead of people. So I'm going to go to the Dargans in this. I'll go Dargans by 6. In terms of try scores, I'm going to get Luciano Leilua, Valentine Holmes, and Scott Drinkwater to get over the line in this game. All right, 7:30 p.m. Seabus Super Stadium, Saturday night. It's the Gold Coast Tits against the Brisbane Brits. Saint, who you got in this one?
Yeah, I got the Broncos this game. I mean, Titans, yes, they won. And they had a couple of players play a good game.
Yeah, it wasn't convincing.
But yeah, it was not convincing whatsoever. So I've got the Broncos. I'm going to say Broncos by 18.
Yeah, nice.
You made a little horsey noise too. It was good.
Perfect timing.
My Little Pony.
I'm going to say Campbell gets over for the Tits. And for the Brits,
James Graham.
Ezra Mam.
Oh, the passenger.
Oh, Ezra,
Ezra.
man. Oh, are we allowed to talk about him still?
Can we watch him? Can we watch a replay of that pass he threw to Jake Avarillo?
Yeah. Anyway, who have you got in this one, Dongle?
Going to the Broncos as well. Gold Coast, yeah. Until they string a few more together, they beat the Dragons, but they've just been pretty average before that. So I don't know. Brisbane's starting to hit the form that we thought we'd actually see from them this year. I mean, I tipped Brisbane to win the whole thing. So
Yeah,
I still got to stick by it. So I'm going to get Brisbane to win this game. They got to win yet another Queensland derby, but I think we're done for now. Brisbane to win by 10 points. A couple of try scorers though. Let's go with, hopefully he's off the bench again, big Gahamat Shibasaki to score.
Yeah.
Didn't see that one coming.
Well, he'll be starting because Grant Anderson has done a knee injury. He's out for 10 to 12 weeks. So I'd say she will get back in.
There we go. Shiver not to score.
Heard
then.
it here
All right.
first.
We'll pick another try scorer. He won't score if he starts.
No.
No, but leave him in there.
Big fucking
And,
house one.
let's get Adam Reynolds to get over. Yeah.
It was a good try last
Why
week,
not?
hey?
Yeah, absolutely.
Got the
Yeah.
little legs pumping. It was
Yeah,
so
look at
funny
him
watching
go.
him run.
He's very cute.
Yes, very cute. I love it. Boys, this is the upset of the week. I'm going the tits. I love him. I absolutely love him. I'm just annoyed I didn't back him against the Dargans. I've backed him every week so far. They've let me down and they beat the Dargans. I'm going to back him. They've actually got a really good record against the Bronx. They usually put on a really good performance. So I'm going to go the tits in a tight one. I'm going to get tits by 8 in this game. In terms of try scorers, Aramana Howe to get over the line again. Let's go Jordan, Ricky, and Reese Toilet Water Walsh to score as well. All right, jumping into some Sunday Arvo footy. Now, this is almost game of the round for me. It's going to be a really tough one here. The Sharks against the New Zealand Warriors, Shark Stadium. Saint, we'll start off with you. Who you got?
Yeah, I got the Wars this game. Sorry.
Good man.
Sorry, Dongle.
All good.
I think the Wars will
Holding him back.
Oh, yeah.
The Wars will try and come back after their shock loss to the Tigers on the weekend. I'm going to go Stone Street to go over, and how can you not back him? Chance to go over for the Wars.
Yeah, it was a good pick last week. Very nice, mate. Dongle, who you got?
Sharks, mate. Sharkies always. You got to back your team. I don't know. Hopefully they're starting to build now. I think losing to the Dolphins in that very poor outing, I think they would have got the boot put right up them.
Yeah.
And it shows in the Canberra game. They came out with a lot, they just looked like they wanted to play. So they played with a lot of intensity. Hopefully they can keep it up because they'll need to if they want to even come close to matching with Warriors. So only the Sharks in a tight one, maybe Sharks by 4 points. A couple of try scorers though. Let's go Blake Brayley. See, I got to write this for you. Yeah.
You did. Very
I
nice.
only say Blake Brayley.
You haven't had one stuff up yet.
Blake Brayley. No, the very first thing I said was the stuff up. Yeah, so you can get back and rewind that shit. So
Trying to build him up, and
Blakey
he
to
puts
score.
himself in it.
I know. Not feeling well, mate. And Billy Burns as well to get over, man, because
Very nice. Very nice. I love it. Billy Burns try. Of course, won money on the game last week. Sharks v Raiders. $300. Very, very nice. Boys.
You should have a betting segment.
I should. Hey, you did pretty well. We'll get to that soon. Going Sharks in this one. I actually think last week was the start of the demise of the Wars for this season. Loved what I've seen the first few weeks. I just don't know if they can continue it. I really don't. They had Metcalf last week and they lost to the Tigers. No discredit to the Tigers, and shout out to a lot of my Tigers friends, but you shouldn't be losing those games. You shouldn't be losing those games. I'm going to go Sharks. I was really impressed with the Sharks against the Raiders. If they play like that, that is the problem with the Sharks, is they need to back up what they've just done.
Yep.
And not go back to, is it Trindle, is it Hines? Who controls this team? Play how you played.
That's really slow
That's
attacking
right.
style. They
Play
can do
how
it,
you
yeah.
played last week, and they will win this game. I'm going to go Sharks by 10 in this game. In terms of try scorers, I'll back Jesse Ramian to get over. I'm going to back Tane Tuapiki for the Warriors. And let's go forward because I love a big forwards try. Mitch Barnett to score for the Wars. Our second Sunday game, it's the Newcastle Knights against the Canberra Raiders. Now, if we had said this game last year, we'd all be on the Raiders, but it's a bit of a toss of a coin. I mean, Knights have been in really good form. They beat the Dogs with no Ponga, no Brown. They're looking good. Dongle, let's start off with you. Who you got?
Yeah, I'm on the Knights. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm,
wow.
I'm back on them this week. They were my dungs last week. Back on them this week. Nearly to win. Just because they're playing the Raiders. So why not? Take that, boys. Nearly to win. I don't think they'll get it done easily, though. I think it's going to be a tight game, yeah. So, I'm thinking maybe a golden point or a 2-point game kind of thing.
Yeah, big.
Going to be very close, yeah. But a couple of try scorers just to make it interesting. Let's go Kale Weeks, Xavier Savage. I'm not going to say Big Red again because he's the king of brain snap.
Yeah. And crying.
Yeah. God, it was awful. The night, so let's go Dylan Lucas. I thought he was pretty good on Saturday afternoon.
Very good.
Yeah, and we'll also...
Except for his brain fade.
Except for his brain fade, yeah. But don't worry about it. And we'll also go with Fletcher and Fletcher. Both Fletchers to score, Hunt and Sharp.
Love it, the Mullet Brothers. Saying who we got?
Yeah, I'm doing something similar to you, Dongle. I've got the Knights. I've got them by, I'm going to say 4. And I'm going both Youngs to score.
Hudson
in
and
Dom and Hudson.
Love that.
And
Brothers of Angus.
and KO weeks to get over as well.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to back the Knights as well.
Oh.
I think I've got to. I am really liking what I see. Got a soft spot for Newcastle. They've always been shit, so you get a soft spot for teams that are shit. You know, them and Tigers. Again, shout out to Tigers fans, Dale, all one of you, and Luke over in Thailand.
Yeah.
But look, I'll back the Knights in this one. Wasn't impressed with Raiders last week. Wasn't impressed with Raiders the week before against the Dogs. I thought they had that game as well. They've just even against Manly a couple of weeks ago. Like Manly led in that game. They had to really fight back the Raiders. I just don't know if they can do it. I think they've lost too much experience. Don't get me wrong. They're so fucking fast on those edges with, Savage and your likes of KO Weeks, Hudson Young. Yeah. The speed that they possess is incredible. I think Newcastle get it done. In terms of try scorers, going Sandon to score, Hudson Young to get over the line. And I'm going to go big Jacob Saifidi. I thought he was great last week, and I think he'll get over. We turn to Easter Monday for some Monday Arvo footy. It's the Parramatta Eels taking on the West Tigers. Always a good clash here at CommBank Stadium. Saint, we'll start off with you. Who you got in this game?
Can't back the Eels, so the Tigers.
Let it go. It's been a fortnight now.
I got the Tigers. Tigers winning this one by 16, and I'm going to say Addo-Carr goes over, and I'm also going to say Taruva goes over for, I almost said 3 there, 2.
Oh, I'd love that if you said 3. What a call that would be.
Yeah.
Dongle, who you got?
Go on, Para.
You got a soft spot for Para.
Yeah, I do, yeah. With no confidence, I'm going to go Para. That's what I normally say about my team. We'll go Parramatta to win. I just think they have to do something soon.
Yeah.
Pretty highly touted to get there or thereabouts this year. I had him top 4 Parramatta, so hopefully they can turn it around. Whether the Tigers were just sort of playing off a high or whether they were just playing full of confidence, I'm not too sure. Surely Parramatta, though, are going to be a little more regimented this week, especially after being towed up by the Panthers in a local game. So now they go to their quote-unquote other local derby, like the other Western Sydney derby. So Parramatta to win in a tight one, though. I'll go Para by 2, a couple of try scorers. We'll go Moses and Pezzett. I reckon they'll both get over in the halves. And then we will go Addo-Carr as well. Yeah.
Love it. I'm loving what I'm
Machine
seeing
gun
from
action.
the Tigers.
Yeah.
I'm loving it. I had Parramatta top 8 as well. I had him 6. Isaiah Iongi is out. Big loss. They've got Joash Papali'i, untried, untested at fullback. He's played a lot of 5'8" and a lot of off the bench. Don't know how he'll go. I think the Tigers are really firming. I think Benji just has this team. It looks like it's the best I've ever seen them. Against the Warriors last week is the best I have seen the Tigers in a long time. Benji was on the sideline too, and I love that. I love when a coach is down there.
Yep.
It just gets up the team, gets them ready. I'm going to back the Tigers. I'm going big like Josh as well. I'm going to go Tigers 14 to get over here. I think they'll win by 14. In terms of try scorers, Kai Pearce-Paul, absolutely on a roll at the moment. Adam Dualihi to score as well. And for the Parramatta Eels, let's go Jackie Williams to get over the line. That is it for the Profits preview for another week.
I walked into the corner post the other day and I nearly got sin bin for excitement.
Fair. They've got more gear than a preseason kit drop.
Jerseys, merch, balls, everything except a manual on how to fix my team's defence.
No store's that magical, mate.
But if you want to look like a pro, even if you play like a park footy reserve, Corner Post has you sorted.
The Corner Post. Get in there and gear up. All right, it's over to Dongle for Dongle's Dollar.
Cash.
It's Donald's dollar. It's Donald's dollar.
There's no cash here.
It's Donald's
Here,
dollar.
there's no cash, right? Cash, no.
It's
Robbo?
Donald's dollar.
No cash.
It's Donald's dollar.
Alrighty, mate. Let's try get another dollar happening here. Only one try off last week.
Ooh,
It was
close.
pretty damn close. Yeah, I think DCE was the only one I've missed out on.
Yeah.
So, yeah, who knows, mate? We're back at it this week though. Like, obviously got to. Like what did we say last week? Take out a loan, spend on your money.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
No, we're not going to start like that. Okay.
Put your boat on it.
Yeah, put your boat on it, yeah. Look, no try scorer markers out at the moment yet. So what I've done here, I've just got 4 games. Okay, I've got 4 games. 3 of them are going to be 13 plus wins. Okay,
Ooh,
and
big.
I've got I've got 2 13 plus wins and 2 1 to 12 games. Sorry. So first leg of this 4-leg multi is the Dolphins to win 13 plus. I reckon they're going to get over that. The second leg here, a bit of a risky one. Panthers to win 13 plus against Melbourne. Hopefully that pays off. Third leg of the multi, we've got Brisbane to win 1 to 12. And then the Sharkies to beat the Warriors by 1 to 12 as well. Bundle all those together on a nice little fresh Monday night. That will give you about $51 to the dollar. Yeah,
Whoa.
so
You're throwing 10 on
not
that,
too bad.
I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, so I think I'll be
Even
doing
though
that.
I've gone against 3 of those teams, I'll still throw 10 on it.
Just do it, mate. It'll pay off one week.
It will, mate.
do it.
Fantastic. I absolutely love it. Please gamble responsibly. Don't forget, if you do need help, visit the Gambling Help hotline, 1-800-858-858, or go to gamblinghelponline.org.au. Thank you, Dongle.
My old floors were getting stepped on more than a halfback in a rivalry game.
So you called Dream Flooring Penrith, didn't you?
Mate, they laid floors smoother than a fullback slicing through a lazy defender.
And tougher than a Panthers forward pack in September.
If your floors look like they've survived a season of origin,
Dream Flooring Penrith will fix that. No knock-ons, no dramas. All right, we're going to jump into Just the Tip.
We like it tight, we like it slick, slide it in quick, just a confident pick, no long foreplay, no deep dive trip, we teased around, then give you the tip. Margin small, that I might flip, hold it steady, don't double dip. Quick predictions, fast and slick, NRL style, just the tip. Yeah!
Okay, just a tip for this week. Round 4 standings are out. Thank you to our friend Mick Cheggers, of course. Harry retains his spot at the top, 22 total points. Dale just behind him on 21. In terms of tips this week, Doug somehow missed the boat on tipping, but got 5 round 3 tips. It's round 4, isn't it?
Round 4.
It says round 2 on there. I need to let Cheggers know that it says round 2 still on there. He got 5 this week. A lot of 4s. Dale, Cheggers, Josh, you got 4. Well done. Bell and Reese, all with 4. Myself and Harry on 3. And then the lowly 2s, Luke and Dongle. Now, our league leader is Harry, ready for business. Our top tipper of the week is Doug with his team Rona. And I'm a liability this week. He's not here. It's Tigers top 8, Luke the stats man. Dongle, unfortunately, the hat goes to you this week. But they are some honourable mentions and just a tip for this week. So I'm coming last on 12 points. I'm only 10 behind Harry.
Oh, it's only early days.
Perfect
That's
week.
good, right?
Perfect week. You know, I'll be right back up there.
He's
So
a joker.
yeah, that's what I'm chasing. How good. But that is just a tip for another week.
you know when you rock up to the stadium and every second car's got a dodgy sticker peeling off?
Don't be that bloke. Get a proper fan emblem. 3D, official, and tougher than a front rower's forehead.
They don't fade, they don't crack, and they make your car look like it's ready for kickoff.
Fan emblems, the only badge your car actually deserves.
You ever watch your footy team complete a set and think, I need something tough, chewy, and way more reliable than our Ford pack?
That's why I smash Gibson country style jerky. It's the only thing in my life that doesn't drop the ball.
True, that jerky's got more bite than a cranky front rower.
And lasts longer than our club's finals hopes.
Grab a bags of Gibson, the official snack of yelling at the TV.
Gibson country style jerky, grab a bag today.
All right, boys, it's time for a bit of wild fantasies.
Buying, holding, selling more cash and trades, please. Ruck Infringement Podcast, wild fantasy.
All All right, NRL Supercoach and Fantasy for your week. Now, of course, Josh doesn't play. He'll sit out in this one. But Dongle, Supercoach this week, mate. How did you go?
Yeah, I didn't change anything from last week. So probably actually no, we did the we swapped out. Who did we swap out last week?
I'm not
rower.
sure, mate.
It was Flegler. We swapped out.
Oh, yes.
Actually, no, the other week. Jermaine Hopgood I swapped him out for Stefano Uitakamanu. I didn't play him, though, so that was awesome. So I scored 1,041 points. Not ideal, obviously, yeah. So I'm just trying to see who my standout guy here is. Herbie Farnworth, 82. Xavier Savage.
Trindle.
Oh, Trindle, yeah, again, man, 95.
Very good.
Left my captain as Suafar Longo with 93. My man Helium, 78.
So he was 93. So you actually you would have got 186 as captain.
Oh, there
that
you
was
go.
pretty good because you get double.
Perfect, yeah. Because without that, I left Jai Gray in, did not play. I left Setu in,
Oh, no.
did not play.
Yeah, he was a late
I
exclusion.
left Tallis Duncan in, did not. Yeah, I didn't touch it this week. So yeah, I was down 4 players. Yeah, straight off the bat. So
That's all right.
pretty. I don't know who I would have picked in anyway. Yeah, but yeah, whatever, man. It's all good.
Couple of trades for you to make this week, mate. I got 1,171 this week. Still a bit low compared to my other scores recently. Nathan Cleary, 117 for me. Didn't captain him. Should have. Suafai Longo, 93, which was very, very good. Val Holmes was my captain this week, 75. So he got me a nice 150. Herbie Farnworth, 82. They were some of my big ones. And Aramana Howe, I had on my bench as reserve. He got 116. Scored 2 tries. He was fantastic. So a few good players there. Harry Grant, 73. Lukey, 78. Isaiah Yeo, 76. So did not too bad. Pretty well rounded. In terms of our Ruck Pod crew comp that we have going, Supercoach, the Soul Man, Dale, he is first. He scored 1,333 points this week. Somehow. He's on total score of 5,174. I'm second on 4,987. So about, 200 behind Dale. He had a really, really good week. Harry third on 4,429. Tigers top 8. Luke is fourth on 4,388. Mate, you're there. Fifth on 4,374.
Not last anymore.
Mick Cheggers is on 4,205 and Doug is on 0 again. I still don't think Doug has a team, so not sure what's going on. Belle's not actually in there, so we need to get her into that comp as well. But that is it for Supercoach. Let me throw over to NRL Fantasy and let you know my score this week. Good week in fantasy. I brought in Alex Twal.
Yep.
For Couchman, of course, who was out. Twali got me 78, which was a fantastic week for Twali. So he did really well. 78. Hamish Stewart, 71. Herbie Farnworth, 67. I captained Suafai Longo. He only got me 54, so he got 108 as captain. Wish I went Reece Walsh. He got me 82. Couple of duds this week, though. Moses Leo, 11. Faimani from Titans, 18. I had a few that didn't play. I had Setu 2 in there as well. Payne Haas, Dave Fafita, and of course Chester as well. A couple of trades I'm looking at this week. I'm got to get rid of Daniel Atkinson. He's
Gone.
Yeah, he's overstayed his welcome in my team, and I'm not liking it at the moment. So he'll be gone. Maybe Sammy Walker as well. He's got the bye this week, and I think I can get an Adam Dewey for a bit cheaper, and he scored about 74 fantasy points this week. So played very well, but that is it for Wild Fantasies. I rocked up to the game last week. My team got pumped by 40. Only good thing was the Good Folk brew in my hand.
Yeah, you were spiralling harder than a halfback on tackle 5.
But Good Folk Brewing Co. brought me back. Proper beer for proper footy folk.
Grab a pack, legends. It won't fix your team, but it'll make the pain smoother.
Serving up fresh beer, New York style pizza, cocktails, wine, and good times. Good folk!
We keep saying we're going to talk footy tactics, but really we just want an excuse to go to Riverside Bar and Dining.
Mate, with that food and that view, I'd pretend to analyse set plays all night.
Perfect for pre-game, post-game, or avoiding responsibilities.
Riverside Bar and Dining, where even your worst footy sound classy.
All right, mate, we're going to throw it over to you for a bit of Dongle's Dystopia.
Welcome to Dongle's Dystopia. It's the ultimate NRL question of what if. There is no right answer. There is no wrong answer. Or is there?
Beautiful.
Take it away, Ryan. Yeah.
Take it away. Sorry, I keep forgetting that part. Take it away, Dongle.
Well, thank you, mate, for throwing it over to me on time. Alrighty, so
We'll get there one day.
Yeah, like I was mentioning you earlier today. I wasn't very prepared at all. I was driving home thinking, I never got to think of something to fucking write about. ChatGPT's let me down recently, so I'm gonna fuck it off for a bit. We were talking about coaches and stuff, so I'm like, man, the coaching merry-go-round. I'm like, the coaching merry-go-round. The coaching merry-go-round.
Very nice.
What I thought is,
Wow.
what
a good
if
merry-go-round.
Yeah, what if like with the coaching merry-go-round, coaches actually merry-go-round, okay? They change clubs every year without choice, okay?
Like a round robin.
Yeah, like this way no one would get sacked because, you can't really blame the coach because you get a new one next year.
That's
Don't
true.
stress about it, yeah?
Would we go with current coaches? Do we include Seabold or Foreign?
No, Seabold, leave him in there because, I made this today, but I guess, but he's interim.
Yeah,
Don't worry
nice.
about it.
Yep.
So,
Keep him in.
Keep him there and then just say, so just randomly pull names out of a hat. Yeah, all right, cool. We're going to do Broncos now. Reach in. Fucking there you go. Craig Fitzgibbon. Off you go, mate. Move all your shit. See you later.
Wow.
That's how it's going to go. All right. So
I like it.
Couple of questions here. Which coach would benefit the most? Like who's, I guess, would bring the most to a club? Like players and stuff would say the same and the club would have total say over what players stay in that club. So like obviously like Penrith will keep the same 1 to 17. They just next year they'll have Wayne Bennett maybe go there or something.
Would players still have an option to leave if a coach left?
That if they want to be the little Darius Boyd thing, then they can do that if they wish.
Yeah.
But no, ultimately the club's going to remain, the team's going to remain the same. It's just
fair.
The coach is going to change every year. Yeah. So
Saint, who would your option be? Because I've got mine.
What, the coach that would bring the most to
another
team?
club?
like who's the best like people person, like who gets the most out of a team.
I think one of the ones we have to talk about is, I reckon, Ivan. Yeah, Ivan. If he goes to a Manly or a Tigers,
It was at the Tigers.
like at the Tigers, he's got a couple of people who have worked under him already.
Yep.
They're gonna work so much better, I reckon. I'll leave the key one to you, Joey.
Yeah, look, I think Bellamy is definitely the key. I think Bellamy at any sort of club, like he does well with Melbourne system based on the culture as well that they've built. And I think if he went to a club like, let's say he goes to the Raiders, right? Obviously was a player at the Raiders too. I think he would do really well there. Yeah. I think someone like a Bellamy getting the most out of like a KO Weeks, a Xavier Savage. Imagine turning those boys into incredible players.
Yeah.
And that's what we've seen with the Bellamy effect. A lot of people would say Wayne Bennett. And it's an interesting one because Wayne Bennett's been at multiple clubs and he's sort of tried to be that coach.
Yep.
But he hasn't had success for 16 years. He hasn't won a comp since 2010. And I know people still call him the super coach, but he won all his comps with Brisbane.
Yep.
Back in the 80s and 90s. And then his next one was with the Dragons in 2010. So
with Jamie Soward.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. I think Trent Robinson would be, he's a good man manager.
Yep.
Very good people person. I think he would be good at a lower club as well, but he's also been gifted with the spines that he's had, Cooper Cronks and the Tedescos. Whereas, I think Ivan was a really good shout. Obviously, when Ivan was at the Tigers originally, he was very young to coaching. He was sort of very young. He didn't really know what he knows now. And I think in this Penrith system, the culture that Penrith have built is a lot better than the culture the Tigers had. It was very toxic when he was there.
Yep.
So I think Ivan would be better if he returned to the Tigers. Or what about even a new franchise club? What if Ivan went to the Bears?
Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah, well, that'd be the other one too. Yeah, pull the name out of a hat. Sorry, it's not Malvin Ingra anymore. It's it's Willie Peters.
Well, we got to throw Mal in there. Like imagine, so Mal would obviously be included in that. Imagine if Mal ends up at Melbourne.
Yeah, or just something completely different, like the Dolphins or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a different one. Yeah, so I don't know. Just
Love
the
it.
brain was ticking. Yeah, those are the things I think about. So, which club would benefit the most from having a new coach every year. Like you'd have to think of a club that doesn't have like that's not built on structure. That's just built off like real ad lib footy.
Warriors.
Yeah, that's what I was
Warriors.
thinking too. Warriors would be a good one there, but
They got that. They got that big bro culture about them, and I like Andrew Webster as their coach. I think what he's brought to that club has been really good. But imagine the Warriors under a Mal Meninga. Imagine the Warriors under a Ricky Stewart.
yeah, Yep.
Someone who likes to, boys, Warriors under Benji.
that'd be different. Yeah,
He's a Kiwi
He's
legend.
Kiwi legend.
He's a Kiwi legend. He likes
fit
to
in well.
throw the ball
Yeah.
around.
Yep.
Everyone watched the Benji flick pass back in 2005. That's who we all wanted to be.
Yeah.
Benji at the Warriors. There we
Man,
go. We've nailed it. We've nailed it.
For 1 year.
That's the formula. Win a comp, move on.
Would have gone move on. Well, that's my next one, actually. Would winning a premiership be more or less significant as it becomes less about like building a dynasty or dynasty, however you want to say it, with a team? Like, say, like Ivan Cleary, for example, like, great coach because of the 4 in a row, yeah? And, like, that's become the Penrith dynasty. But if you won a comp and then you move on to the next, like, let's say you randomly picked out of the draw and you went to Brisbane and then, okay, next year, yep, sweet Madge, you're off to the Titans, mate. So, yeah, thank you for your service. And he comes, like, 15th or something.
Do you know why I would like to see it? I would like to see it happen because I want to see if it is Ivan or whether it's the club. Like, I would love to see it. To say, is it Penrith that are that good or is it the coaching of Ivan? If he went to the Titans and won a comp, I'd be like, okay, it's Ivan. What he brings is incredible.
Yeah.
But we've seen that it could be a club point of view, although his assistants haven't had the same success. Webster, Serraldo, not yet anyway. I don't know. What do you think, Josh? Do you think there'd still be emphasis on like a dynasty or creating that? I don't know if teams would win 2, 3, 4 in a row with different coaches.
I think it would be a hard one to discuss fully. But like, for example, if Ivan wins this year with Panthers, goes on to say like a Titans, a Dragons, a Cowboys, and wins one there, I think that's where you'd get your dynasty.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, like a coaching thing. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
But if he goes over there and finishes bottom of the table, it's going to be hard to...
Which is what they've done for years. So it shows that the culture remains the same. And Ivan wouldn't change the culture. So it's interesting. It's a great question, mate.
Yeah. I know.
I know. I came up with it.
And I came up with it in my brain. And the last question I have is, what would happen, say, when Bellamy versus the Storm? So he knows, like, and obviously this year's a pretty bad example of it, but let's say like the last few years when they've been pretty well unstoppable for most of the year, okay, because of their structure is just perfect. Yeah. But let's say he went to, we'll pick maybe Canberra, okay, with a good team that does have a lot of X factor and pretty decent depth as well. And he went and he goes to Amy Park and he versus Melbourne. You'd obviously circle that one in your calendar.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, how do you reckon he'd go in a situation like that? Do you reckon he'd be able to dismantle his own sort of
I think
making?
so.
Yeah.
I think so. Obviously a new coach would bring new structures, new ways of play. And I think if the new coach, let's say, just for this, let's say Ivan went to Melbourne and he's at the Raiders, Bellamy's at the Raiders, Ivan would have a different structure to how Bellamy set the Storm. So you think by the time they play each other, the structure's different anyway. I also think we see it with players all the time. Like DCE apparently told the Rooster Boys how Manly play. On the weekend before heading into that game. So players do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Players do it already, and they go, well, he's played 350 games there.
Yeah.
He played 350 games for Manly. He goes, this is how they play. This is how we've played for 10, 15 years, So, yeah, I think it would help the opposition coach. Like, I think it would help Bellamy at the Raiders to dismantle Storm because he goes, I was there for 25 years.
Yeah.
This is how they've done things. Like, they'll mix it up, but this is how we've done things. Hit him up the middle or something like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, fucking mint. There you go.
Love it. Mate, as always, one of your best.
Thank you very much. Very proud of that one.
Your best. All right. That's it for Dongle's Dystopia for another week. Absolutely fantastic stuff.
Hey man, you're filthy.
Every team's got that one bloke who does the hard carries.
And in the bathroom, that bloke is Hench Soaps Australia, the soap that takes you from dusty to deadly in one shower.
Aussie made, tough on sweat, gentle on skin.
Hit the shower, Hinge soap. Hit the shower, Hinge soap. No soap on a rope. Don't smell like a dope. Hinge soap.
If your soap isn't Hench, you're basically dropping the ball on the first tackle.
We're going to jump into Josh's favourite segment of the show, Joey's Jumble.
It's fast, it's fun, it's wild and humble. Get your NRL brain and gear for Joey's Jumble. Questions, chaos, win or stumble. It's game time now with Joey's Jumble.
All right, it's time for Joey's Jumble. Here we go. Our quiz show. Let's do a bit of a score update. For the first time in history, I'm talking Ruck Infringement Podcast history, Dongle is on top of the leaderboard on 3 points. It's incredible. I can't believe I'm even saying that.
I know.
Mate, you are on fire this year. I know it's only round 5, but you are on fire. Josh is on 2 points, Bell on 1. Of course, Luke hasn't played yet, so he is on 0. All right, let's get straight into it. My first question. Do you want multiple choice or you just want to guess?
If we don't answer before you give us multiple choice, give us the multiple choice.
Perfect. All
That's
right.
fair enough. Yep.
All right. There was one game this week that had 65 plus points scored in the game. Which game was it? Was it A, Roosters Manly? Was it B, Sharks Raiders? Or was it C, Panthers Parramatta?
Josh.
Right.
Josh.
Panthers Para?
It was Panthers Para, 48-20, 68 points scored in the game. Ding, ding, ding. 1 to Josh. Well done, mate. All right, our second question. Which game had the lowest combined score of the round? Was it A, Bulldogs Knights? Was it B, Dragons Titans? Or was it C, Cowboys Storm?
Josh. Dragons Titans.
It was Dragons Titans. Well done. 34 points in the game. The lowest of the week. Massive week. Like massive point scoring week this week. So well done, mate. Credit to you. All right, our final question. Josh is 2. You need to get one here.
There you go. See? Back to usual.
He's now on
Back
4
to normal.
points, and Dongle's
There you
on
go.
3 all time. So get this to level. You'll be
All
back
right,
on
all
4. It's fine. All right, final question. Have you liked the points? This like how I'm doing the 65 points, all that this year. It's been good.
It's very good, yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Should watch, if I watch more games, yeah.
Yeah. All right, our final question. Which team this week was only able to post 3 tries in their match? Was it A, the Bulldogs? Was it B, the Sea Eagles? Or was it C, the Melbourne Storm?
Josh.
Fucking para, so I don't know.
Bulldogs.
It was the Bulldogs. Well done. 16 points for the Doggies. Well done, mate. Well played. Josh has nailed all 3 this week. Dongle, you're on 0 points.
Yep, well done.
Josh moves to 5 for the round, for the year so far. Dongle's still on 3, Bell on 1, and Luke on 0. All right, another edition of Joey's Jumble done. Okay, we're going to jump into a new segment to finish up. It's our comment segment. It's called Ruck and Roll. All right, it's time for Ruck and Roll, which is our comment of the week. Now, again, it comes from our good friend Zuriel. He has commented again, Dongle, slightly aimed at you, as always. But Dongle, he's written, someone must have ordered a side of dolphin with their Hoodlums Barbecue SPG roasted rub because we were cooked. Also, sharks still suck. Great comment this week. Any rebuttal, mate?
Yeah, mate. Look, yeah, what do you do, man? Yeah, that's the only way dolphin's going to taste good, isn't it? Yeah, with a hoodlums barbecue rub. Get it on your meat, boys.
Love it. Shout out to Hoodlums. Mate, you've done 2 promos in 2 weeks.
I
Fantastic.
know. It's almost like they're giving me free shit. I love it. Yeah.
How good. So a great comment there. When the Ruck and Roll post does drop, please get your comments in. Our comment of the week will win some spectacular prizes. Just in talks at the moment to get some Ruck infringement stubby holders made up, which is very, very cool.
Zuriel will get a crisp high five.
He
Honestly.
will, yes.
Yep.
Very crisp high five
Very
or
crisp.
a tackle. Either one.
Just looking at that photo, he looks like a big man.
He is a scary man. Shout out to Zuriel. We love
I
you,
shall
mate.
not be tackling Zuriel.
All right, that is all we have time for on the Ruck Infringement Podcast tonight. We'd like to thank our sponsors in Wick Coffee, Dream Flooring, Hench Soaps, Good Folk Brewing, Hoodlums Barbecue, Riverside Bar and Dining, Gibson's Country Style Jerky, Fraser Electrical, and of course our newest sponsor, My Mullet, doing the best hair products going around. So check them out at My Mullet. Of course, can't forget our good friends at the Corner Post, some jerseys behind us that they sell there. That Sharks and Australia one, absolutely looking smick. Check out all our sponsors on our social media or go to their websites as well and visit them for... we also had our 5th birthday giveaway drawn, boys. Your mum, Debbie, runner-up. Wow.
How good, yeah.
And she gets 2 barbecue rubs.
Yeah.
She must be absolutely...
You know what she's good at?
What?
Smoking meats, like
Is she
barbecue.
really?
Yeah, absolutely. No, she's not. No.
Ah,
Well, she will be now.
looks like she'll have to give him to her
Just,
son.
I know.
Hey?
Her favourite son. Look at that.
Avid listener of the show, I
Yeah,
heard
she
too,
is,
Debbie.
yeah. She
love
likes
it.
everything, yeah.
Shout out to Debbie. Thank you.
Thanks, Mum. Love you, Mum.
Of course, our winner, Supercoach Corner. So he won our major prize. So he will get a $100 voucher to spend at Riverside Bar and Dining, $50 voucher at the Corner Post, and a pack of Hoodlums barbecue rubs. Pretty special. So shout out to our giveaway. Thank you for everyone that entered. Happy birthday to us. We did a little montage. Check that out on our socials. And here's to 5 more. Cannot wait. But until next time, I'd like to thank my co-host tonight in the Saint, the Dongle, and of course me, the Prophet. To you, the listener, thank you. You are what makes this podcast what it is. Cannot do it without you. But until next time, that's Josh, that's Ryan, I'm Joey. Be good.
So that was Jay!